Hey guys, how you doing? Totally excited for this video. This is going to be the first video of the Real Bearded Businessman's interview series. So check it out. Hey guys, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. If you're a repeat customer, love it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying up to date on the channel. And hey, if you're new here, I'd really love if you'd hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I don't want you missing out on any crazy updates here that we got on this channel. And one of which today is the first interview here on the Real Bearded Businessman's interview series. So hope you guys like it. I'm going to roll to it here in a second, but hope you guys really like it, enjoy. If you're a new YouTuber, that's really what I'm after, and that's really what I'm trying to hopefully start these interviews for. And to let you know that, hey guys, sometimes all you got to do is just grab onto it and go. And, just hit that record button, hit that play button, see how it looks, and then upload it, right? So enjoy, guys. Hopefully the internet's working out for me. And, yeah, so let's hit it.
All righty. So first question here. Who are you and what is your channel all about?
Yeah. So my name's Matt Hudson, and my channel is called the Handy Hudsonite. And the interesting thing about this, when I was trying to come up with a channel name, so you notice that part of my last name is in the title as Hudson, but I actually called it Hudsonite because the ITE at the end, as I studied that, actually means like a clan or a community. And obviously the first part being handy. I've always enjoyed being able to come alongside and help people achieve something, whether it's with technology, whether it's with a sport, whether it's with just a particular project. And so when I thought about it, putting those two words together, the handy and then my last name followed by the ITE, to kind of give it a personal touch, but also something that would communicate indirectly that it's part of a community. I'm not a lone ranger in any sense in the word. And also when we think of a handyman, we think of a guy mainly who comes over to our house and helps us get something done. And I wanted to kind of look at that and kind of break people's stereotypes of a handyman, and not so much be that I'm the handyman to come solve all your problems, but I want to empower you to be able to do it yourself, because we all have the ability to be handy, and we just have to believe in ourselves that we can do it. So that is a bit of a background on me. I guess I went into some of the channel description as well, but that's really how I came up with the name and the meaning behind it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And was that part of your channel description, I guess, or do you have anything to add there?
Some of it, I didn't really break down the name, the meaning of the name in my channel description. Okay. So my mantra is that I want to be able to help you get the job done. Sure. And I have tips, hacks, and reviews on whatever subject that I'm covering, so that you can see whether there's another angle at getting something done, or just giving you a tip on a particular project. Maybe it's not even showing you the whole project, but just some sort of inside look into something that can be helpful.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll tell you right now, I love your channel. Your channel definitely does that for me. So every single one of your videos, I know there's always something that I'm like, man, I never knew I could do that. So specifically, a lot of your Gmail ones and your YouTube ones are always fantastic. So I get a lot out of that. So thank you for those videos there. Sure. So I guess this is always a question that I always like asking people, and I'm kind of curious. What is your why? Why did you start your YouTube channel? What was it for you?
Getting back to what I said about wanting to help people, helping to empower people. For a long time, I've been wanting to share what I learned along the way. And actually growing up, I was not somebody who would go out of my way to necessarily help someone. I would
Okay.
help my parents occasionally with things that they needed done, or maybe if they couldn't get, this is going to date me, if they couldn't get the VCR working and they wanted me to come and help them figure it out, or they bought a new
Right.
TV, had to figure out all the knobs on it and buttons
Okay.
and whatnot. I was eager to do that, but I wouldn't say I took initiative on my own to really
Mhm.
do it. But then once I got married and had a family, and we really had to find cost-cutting ways to do things instead of
Okay.
just always going out and buying something new. And this kind of ties into your channel a little bit on learning how to be wise with your money. There's
Hmm.
always a way to be able to do something cheap, even
Sure.
if it takes a little bit of effort. And so I began to investigate whenever something would break. Like the first knee-jerk reaction we all have as Americans is let's just go out and buy a new thing,
Mhm.
whatever well, I guess you just put in a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Um, whether it's a
Yeah.
dishwasher, whether it's a TV, and I just I knew that there had to be another way.
Okay.
And just to give you an example, a couple years ago, our TV just stopped coming on,
Okay.
and so I thought, okay, there must be something going on in here. Somebody's probably made a video about this, and so just to shout out to the YouTube community that, in fact, there was somebody who had made a video exactly on how to fix this problem.
Mhm.
So all I needed to do is buy a soldering gun. I think I got it off eBay for $10.
Mhm.
And we opened up the back of the TV, my son and I, and it was just a couple of blown capacitors.
Sure.
And
Sure.
all we had to do was take them out and solder new ones in, and problem solved. And we're still using that TV to today. I mean, because our family actually went out to Best Buy to shop around, and I was looking at the prices of the TVs, thinking, do we really need to spend this much
Mhm.
just so that we can have a working TV?
Right.
And when
They're
we
not
came,
cheap. I know that.
no, so we came away with not only a working TV, but
Mhm.
my son saw that there can be another way besides just going out and forking out $1,000 for a new TV,
Gotcha.
and
Okay.
also to learn a skill. I mean, he had never
Yeah.
soldered before. He had
Mhm.
never really even seen a capacitor, so
Sure.
it was a win-win.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Okay. Awesome. And so I guess as far as why you do this in your channel, you're trying to educate and help other folks as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just it's an education in two different ways. One is to obviously know how to do the particular project
Hmm.
that they're clicking on my thumbnail to learn how to do. But
Sure.
the indirect message is you can do this,
Okay.
and I
That's
might
great.
be a step ahead of you in knowing how to do it, or maybe I've done it already.
Sure.
But yeah, you can do it. You don't have to be an expert in any means. I mean, it does take some work and some time in order to learn the skill to be able to do the particular project. Now,
Sure.
granted, some projects are going to take more skills than others, but even when I think about the helping out fellow YouTubers,
Okay.
we all have to use the YouTube platform to make videos,
Hmm.
but there's always new strategies, there's always new techniques, and there's always different ways of looking at videos and how they can be made. And so how can I help someone else
Sure.
realize that when they, for example, look at the new Studio Beta, which
Hmm.
they're rolling out new features all the time,
Absolutely.
how
Yeah.
do you how do you go and look at the analytics? And not only that, when you look at the analytics and the graph,
Hmm.
how should that help you with your channel? Because it's not just
Gotcha.
data there for the sake of data. It's
Right.
there to help us learn so that we
Sure.
can get
Sure.
back smarter to make the next video even better. Uh, so things like that, and
Okay. That's great.
ways that people can feel empowered in themselves to know
Mhm.
that they don't have to just do things the way they've always done them.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Sure. So, how long have you been at this YouTube game? And something that I'm always curious about when I talk to other YouTubers is this direction? Is this the direction that you started with, or has your channel taken a couple turns?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've been at it since October, so about coming up on 6 months
Okay.
of doing this. And when I started it, I had the thoughts of probably doing a lot more random hands-on projects, maybe more so on vehicles around the house.
Sure.
But as I went along and made videos, I began to see that there were some opportunities to help other YouTubers. And not that I won't do other videos on those topics,
Okay.
but I feel like, especially over the last 2 to 3 months, that I really enjoy being able to help people use whether it's YouTube software or other types of software for productivity.
Hmm.
And that it seems to be, at least right now, more of my sweet spot.
Okay.
And I never realized this, but you watch big, car repair YouTubers like Chris Fix or Eric the
Okay.
Car Guy.
Yeah.
Those videos are a lot harder to make than you think. And
I can
and
imagine.
after yeah, and after being under the car a few times with the cameras, and
Yeah.
it's really a lot of work. And
Oh, absolutely.
it's hard enough to be working on your car, let alone trying to talk through it
Right.
and
Right.
look at the camera, make sure the camera is focused on the right part of your car,
Sure.
and that you have enough lighting, and that your sound's going to be okay. Um,
Yeah,
it's
I can
not that I
imagine this
don't
stuff.
enjoy making them. It's just uh, the the challenge with you and I and
Yeah.
others that are part-time YouTubers. It's really the time crunch, and
Sure.
do I
Sure.
really have the time to take all my equipment outside
Mm.
or into the garage to film this thing? But it it probably just depends on the week. If I have more time freed up,
Mm.
I may put up another video that's related more to a car project. But
Okay.
at least for now and the near future, I foresee probably more on the software side. Did
Gotcha.
that
Okay.
answer your question? I
Oh, and no,
Did I leave?
absolutely, absolutely. No, I think that's it's funny because, like you say, you bring up the fact that we're doing this part time, and it is one of those things. Some days you wish you had more money in your pocket, and then other days you're
Yeah,
like, yeah, I could have used like another hour today, you
right.
know. And
Yeah,
I think right now that's the toughest part is finding that time.
yeah,
But I know when I was at least doing some research, this was actually not the first, I guess, niche that I was even considering, but I was really interested in going down the maker path, and because there's a bunch of
yeah,
great channels out there, but quickly I started, when I started trying to dissect it, kind of like to your point, you go, okay, well, yeah, I
mm,
got to make sure that I have a camera here doing this,
right.
and then I got to, and it's just
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it. I got to be honest. It's tough, and
yeah,
like you say, it's
yeah,
it's very time consuming. So,
yeah.
but yeah. So, what is something that has surprised you since you started your channel? Something that was unexpected, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. Let me look at my notes here for a
Sure,
second.
sure.
It was, yeah, and this might just seem simplistic, but
Okay.
really it did surprise me was when I started out, I
Hmm.
really thought, even though I had been, and this is a little plug for Sean Cannell and Benji Travis. If you haven't read their book, um, The YouTube Secrets, it's a great book, and that's really what got me really over off the fence, I should say, because I had been on the fence for
Sure.
a couple of years about doing this. And I went to one of their workshops here in Seattle, and they just gave me the confidence to just start it. They showed their first
Okay.
videos, and so to realize how far they've come from the first ones they uploaded, and they just kept pounding away at us that you just have to click the play button, the upload button, do it. They
Mhm.
said your first videos are you gonna be your worst,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
not gonna have it all figured out the first
Sure.
time. And I didn't even. really know what to do for my first video. So my first video was actually talking about this book.
Okay.
And because I was just excited for what they had shown me in the workshop, and being able to meet real life big YouTubers was kind of cool. Even though I hadn't even really done anything on YouTube yet as far as being a creator. So the community on YouTube was something that I knew was there, but I didn't think it was really something that I would be a part of until maybe way down the road.
Sure. No, I agree
If I
with
were
you
to ever
there.
become big on YouTube, then maybe I'd be getting to know other YouTubers and interacting like the way we are here. I never foresaw this at all.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I agree.
I just didn't think it was possible,
Okay.
or I didn't even know how to do it, where to even begin. I'm just like, how do these people get connected to each other? It's just weird. But in seeing how you and I, and we have our little collaborative group that we formed with a couple other guys to be able to share ideas and feedback and watch each other's content and support one another. That is something that's been a great surprise for me, and wish I would have started that sooner. I mean, glad that it started early enough, but I wish that would have been something that I would have attacked right away from day one.
Gotcha.
Instead of just uploading a video and then, as new creators, you think, okay, everyone's going to want to watch this. They're all going to come find it. And, you hear crickets and it's like, no, that's not going to work. I don't know what the secret is here. I don't know how someone can get, 500,000 views on a video that's been up for a week, and here mine's been up for 2 weeks and I have 5 views, and 4 of those views are family members that I told the video about, sent them the link and said, watch this,
Yeah, exactly. I know that struggle there.
Right. I think the other surprise would be just just how much, especially for, I'm going to speak to us and to others that are part-time YouTubers, so just getting started out, where you're not making a living off of this platform.
Sure.
And even for the big YouTubers to some degree, but it's you have to come up with systems, efficient ways to produce content on a regular basis, or you just won't get it done.
No, that's absolutely true.
How much of a discipline it is to set aside the time to not only think about your topic and write notes down about what you're going to say, but filming the video and editing, uploading, interacting over it, and then preparing for the next one. There's a lot of routine to it. So for those of you who think that, it is a lot of fun and it's very motivating to do things on YouTube, but there's also a lot of work, and it's not for the faint of heart to think that they're just going to put up videos and they're magically just going to go viral and you're going to see tons of money roll in. It's just the big YouTubers who are crushing it today have really put in a lot of time and a lot of effort and have had a lot of patience to get where they're at.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. So actually, it's funny that you bring that up. I have I don't know when exactly I'm going to drop it, but I have a video coming up about kind of like, what's the expectations, and you just actually touched on it. Of one of the big things for me was, hey, you figured, oh, I hit that upload button, and you sit back and you check the screen and you keep hitting that refresh button and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And so like I said, I understand that struggle for sure. So but no, that's great. That's great information.
Yeah.
I guess the other one here I have is if you had to start your channel over again today, is there anything you'd do different, or would you go down the same path?
Yeah, that's a great question. I alluded to it in my last answer would be get into a community as soon as you can.
Right.
And one of the ways that you can do that is you start immediately just looking for other creators that are within your niche and
Mhm.
watch their videos and on their comment on what they're putting up, and make
Sure.
sure that you're asking specific, respectful questions, and they will respond, and show them that you're there to support what they're doing.
Mhm.
And you're not going to get every creator that you reach out to is not going to be open to this, but
Mhm.
some will.
Sure.
If you comment enough and if you get yourself out there enough, then people will see that you're eager to grow, you're eager to learn, and if you have a lot of the same goals, maybe, and it helps when you're in about the same spot as far as where you are in your growth on YouTube as well, because you
Mhm.
can support each other, and you kind of walk with each other hand in hand through similar circumstances.
Sure.
And it's, we have a guy in our collab group that saw his channel explode, and I actually have a video
Yeah.
about this on my channel, uh, because a larger YouTuber uh, featured him.
Sure.
And
Sure.
he's still seeing some of this every time that guy puts up a new video. He gets, Sam gets a little bit more of a subscriber bump,
Right.
because
Right.
they're probably going back and watching some of the other videos. I think he's featured in two of his videos now, and they're going back and
Yes.
seeing
Yeah.
some of these other videos
Right. Right.
and catching that and going over to his channel. So it's it's fun to just be able to, uh, in a sense, kind of celebrate with one another when we see those successes. And I know
Mhm.
you mentioned this, Brian, in one of your last videos, that
Okay.
you probably wouldn't be continuing to do this if you didn't have the support that you have
Oh,
in
absolutely.
in creating your content, because it really can feel like you're just talking to a brick wall if
You're
you don't have
absolutely
the
right. Yeah.
support of other people around you. You might as well just be recording video and just sticking it on your hard drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not that bad, but it's just feels really lonely when you
Oh,
don't
absolutely. Yeah.
use YouTube as a collaborative platform. And if you think of it just as a place to put up your own stuff to make a
Mhm.
name for yourself, you probably want to think again about what your intent is for being on YouTube,
Sure.
because that's not why it was created. It was created to collaborate and to share each other's expertise and values and interact over it, and not be some sort of just showcase for yourself,
Mhm.
because that's not going to get you anywhere.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right there. So, yeah, no, you're right. This is an incredibly lonely game if you don't have people around you. So,
Mhm.
between you, your support, like you said, the collab group that we have, it's been great. I mean, there's a couple other folks out there that are helping me out as far as support. And like I said in one of my other videos, without that support, I don't know whether I would still be doing this,
Yeah.
because it is incredibly lonely, and but it also has its positives, and I think you did a
Right.
great job of pointing those out. So, but yeah, so that was kind of the last of my questions, Matt. I really appreciate you, hanging out and
Yeah.
listening to me and answering some of my questions. But I guess one more time, if you don't mind, if you want to just remind everybody out there what your channel is all about and your channel name.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm the Handy Hudsonite, and I focus on tips, hacks, and reviews so that you can get the job done. That is my quick and dirty tagline and intent of the channel. So be sure to check out my videos. And again, I'm always open to ideas for what I can focus on and helping you out. And I do enjoy being able to help other small YouTube channels, have tips on how they can grow and how they can learn from the platform to apply to their own channel, because it can get really complicated when you hear different advice and you're watching other channels that are saying you got to do this, or sometimes you see some of the channels that are talking about, well, you can grow really fast if you do this technique. I think it comes down to just learning at your own pace and implementing at your own pace and capacity. But the important thing is just keep learning and applying, and don't just keep putting videos up blindly and
Sure.
not analyzing what's going on. Or you could head yourself in a direction you don't want to go,
Mhm.
and before you know it, you may end up absolutely despising what you're doing, when you could have just analyzed, a few minutes each week as far as your direction, your intent, and the type of content that maybe your new subscribers want to see, even asking them
Sure.
for advice on where you should go. So
Okay. Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Well, that's it for me. I really want to thank you for being here today. And
yeah,
like I said, I think this is great. This is the maiden voyage here. So I think this is a great video, and I'm really excited to upload it. So I'm not gonna lie to you there. But
yeah, yeah. Thanks for having me on and
absolutely.
featuring me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sure.
So
Hey guys, well, that was the interview. Hope you liked it. If you did, like and subscribe. And if you got any questions for either myself or Matt, why don't you please leave them down in the comments, and we'll see you guys on the next one.